Right now, millions of people are worried about the same thing. AI is coming for their jobs. Accountants are nervous, designers are nervous, writers are nervous, even programmers are starting to worry. And look, some of that fear is justified, because every time a new technology shows up in history, a lot of jobs disappear. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. At the exact same time those jobs disappear, a completely different group of ordinary workers suddenly becomes incredibly wealthy. People who were ignored, overlooked, sometimes even laughed at, become the new elite. This has happened over and over again for hundreds of years, and today we're going to break down 5 times it happened before. But stick around until the last one, because the 5th example might reveal the next group of workers about to become extremely valuable in the AI economy. And most people still haven't noticed it yet. My name is Grant, and I spend way too much time thinking about how technology reshapes the economy and why some workers suddenly become wealthy while others get left behind. If you're someone who feels like you're working hard, but the financial system keeps moving the goalposts on you, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today we're talking about something history proves again and again. When the world changes, entire new classes of workers suddenly rise to the top. 1. The merchants who replaced the nobles. Let's start around the year 1400. Back then, wealth was extremely simple. If you owned land, you were rich. If you didn't, you worked for someone who did. Kings, nobles, and aristocrats controlled almost everything. But then, global trade exploded. Ships started connecting Europe with Asia, Africa, and the Americas. And suddenly, the most valuable people weren't landowners anymore. They were merchants, ordinary traders moving goods across oceans. Here's the math. Spices bought in Asia could sell for 20 to 40 times their original price in Europe. One successful trading voyage could generate profits equivalent to millions of dollars today. Families like the Medici started as bankers and merchants. Within a few generations, they were basically running entire city-states. Here's what most people don't realize. Technology didn't just create wealth. It shifted power away from old elites and toward new workers who understood the new system. 2. The factory workers of the Industrial Revolution. Now fast forward to the 1800s. For thousands of years, farming was the dominant job on Earth. Then, machines arrived. Steam engines, textile machines, industrial manufacturing. Suddenly, the most valuable workers weren't farmers anymore. They were people who knew how to operate and maintain machines. Factory workers. Now that might sound strange today, but early factory workers often made far more money than agricultural laborers. In the late 1800s in the United States, manufacturing wages were often 30 to 50% higher than farm wages. Cities exploded. Industrial workers started buying homes, and the modern middle class was born. But here's the thing. Once everyone learns the skill, the advantage disappears, which leads to the next shift. 3. The office workers who took over the 20th century. Now imagine it's 1920. Factories dominate the economy, but companies are getting bigger. More paperwork, more accounting, more management, and suddenly a new job becomes extremely valuable. Office workers, secretaries, accountants, managers, clerks. Today those jobs might sound ordinary, but back then they were prestigious, because most people didn't have the education required to do them. According to historical labor studies, white-collar workers in the early 20th century often earned twice the income of manual laborers. This helped create the giant middle class that defined the post-World War II economy. Between 1947 and 1973, the inflation-adjusted income of the average American household nearly doubled. But then, another technology arrived: computers. 4. The programmers of the digital age. In the 1970s and 1980s, computers were rare, huge machines in universities and large companies. Very few people understood how they worked, which meant the people who did had enormous leverage. Programmers, software engineers, system designers. And the numbers today are incredible. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, The median salary for software developers is around $130,000 per year. That's nearly double the national median income. And early tech workers didn't just earn good salaries. They built companies. Microsoft, Apple, Google, entire industries. Here's what most people don't realize. Many early programmers were self-taught hobbyists. They simply learned the technology before everyone else. But now we're entering the next shift. And this is where AI comes in. The AI fear everyone is talking about. Right now, the internet is full of headlines like, AI will replace millions of jobs. And again, some of that is probably true. Research from Goldman Sachs suggests AI could automate up to 300 million jobs globally. That sounds terrifying. But here's what history teaches us. Every time technology destroys jobs, it also creates new ones that didn't exist before. Cars destroyed the horse industry, but they created mechanics, assembly line workers, and highway engineers. Computers replaced many clerical jobs, but they created programmers and digital industries. Which brings us to the final shift. And this is where things get really interesting. 5. The workers almost nobody wants to talk about. Here's something strange happening in the economy right now. While everyone is arguing about AI, there's a massive shortage of skilled trades. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, construction specialists. For decades, society told young people one thing: go to college, avoid manual work, get a white-collar job. And millions of people followed that advice. But while that happened, trade workers started retiring, and very few young workers replaced them. The result is a huge supply problem. In the United States alone, the construction industry needs over 500,000 additional workers right now just to meet demand. Electricians are aging out of the workforce. And here's the part that surprises people. Many skilled electricians earn $90,000 to $120,000 per year. Some specialized contractors earn $150,000 or more, with no student debt. Meanwhile, the average college graduate carries about $37,000 in student loans. Here's what most people don't realize. AI can write essays. AI can generate images. AI can analyze spreadsheets. But AI cannot fix your electrical wiring or repair your house. At least not anytime soon. And when supply is low and demand is high, wages rise fast. The pattern nobody notices. Across all 5 of these examples, the same pattern appears. First, a new technology changes the economy. Second, most people ignore the early opportunities. Third, a small group learns the new skill. And finally, those workers suddenly become extremely valuable. Merchants, factory workers, office workers, programmers, and possibly skilled trades in an AI world. So what can you do with this? 3 practical things. First, follow labor shortages, not hype. The internet loves exciting industries. But the best opportunities often appear where nobody wants to work. That's where wages rise. Second, learn skills before they become obvious. The biggest rewards always go to early adopters, not the people who join after everyone else notices. Third, think long-term. Most people make career decisions based on what looks good right now, but the biggest wealth shifts happen over 10 to 20-year cycles. The people who benefited most from the internet boom started learning computers decades earlier. Final thought. Here's the big lesson history teaches us. The next elite rarely comes from the group everyone expects. It usually comes from ordinary workers who learned the right skill before the rest of the world noticed. And if AI really is about to reshape the economy, then somewhere, right now, there's another group of workers quietly becoming extremely valuable. Most people just haven't realized it yet. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe.